Okay, so hi guys. Today, as I said before, we are talking about 7.2, which is factors that affects the rate of reaction. Now, this one, it is the one, as I said to you guys before, will be your criteria B and C summative is about. You will need to design an experiment on things that affects the rate of reaction. Okay? So, now, a few things. You guys have seen a video. I've shown you guys this video. If you guys haven't seen it more, you guys definitely seen it more than once. This video, don't worry, I'll put it back on the other side. This video about speeding up chemical reactions. In this video, they mention a few things, methods of how to speed up a chemical reaction. Can you guys list them to me? What are the things you remember from this video? Yes.
Matchmaker, like a catalyst.
You're like a catalyst, okay? So a catalyst will be one of them, okay? Aside from a catalyst, what else? Yes, Jay?
Smaller space.
Smaller space. So smaller space is the same thing as concentration. Because concentration means you have a smaller volume. So if the volume is lower, then of course the concentration increase. Yes, Helena. What? Temperature. Thank you. Temperature. Yes. Number of particles. Number of particles is the same thing as concentration, because when you have more particles, your mole here is increased, hence your concentration increase. Yes.
Breaking up the groups.
Breaking up the groups, which is increasing the surface area. Surface area. Now, that's pretty much it from the video. Now, in the textbook, they do mention another one, that is light or light intensity. Now, this particular factor is really only for some reactions. But you will definitely know of one of them. Can anyone of you tell me what is one reaction that light intensity will affect the rate of reaction? Yes. Photosynthesis. Thank you very much. Photosynthesis. That's why in some countries where there's more sunlight, things just grow that much faster. Light intensity. Okay? Now, to separate them and break this down, now 7.3 will be on catalysts. Light intensity or light is actually 7.4 on photosynthesis. So for the criteria B and C summative, we are only focusing on this three here. Okay, concentration, temperature, and surface area. Good so far? Now these are the ones that we are going to spend time on talking about today. Questions? Now, today's lesson is not so much about going through the theory, because I've shown you that video more than once already, and you can watch that video over and over again. The explanation is there, and also because the summative that I'm giving you is more about designing a lab and then measuring it and then doing data analysis. So I'm going to focus my lesson on that direction. Okay, so now before we go there, we need to talk about rates, because after all, we're talking about rate of reaction. So if we're not sure about what a rate is, then it's not going to be good. So when you're talking about rate of something, if I say rate, what can you give me an example of a rate?
88 miles per hour.
80 miles per hour. Thank you. Speed. Okay. Example, 80 miles per hour. PH. I'm not American, so it took me a while. I was like, MPH. I have to figure it out. Canadians use kilometers per hour. Now here, you're talking about distance covered over time. In 1 hour, it covers 80 miles. Boom. So you are talking, when you're talking about rate, you are talking about whatever it is over time. So if in science and chemistry or anything really, you're really talking about in rate can be anything that can be counted or observed divided by time. Okay? So, and all this can be many things. So this can mean, oh, I can talk about volume of gas being formed. We'll talk about that. You can talk about mass changes. Okay? Etc., etc. There are many possibilities. There are a lot of things you can count. There are a lot of things you can measure. Any of those divided by time, that's your rate. Rate of whatever it is. Good so far?
Yes.
Questions? Now,
Will
how?
this volume of gas be formed?
Formed. ED, thank you. My O should look more like an O rather than an A. Good so far? How's my video recording doing? Oh, 7 minutes. Okay, so